Namaste, everyone. I'm Jeni Ji, and thanks for tuning into my channel. Make sure you hit that little subscribe button there in the corner, that little red little box, as red as my shirt here, that says subscribe to get my videos and to see my weekly content and so on and so on. So, we're going to be talking about this weekly vibes, guys. What's happening with the vibes this week? How many of you guys are enjoying my cosmic vibes videos and my other videos? Let me know. Let me know. Like my channel, helps me a lot. Make some comments. I always love chatting with you guys. Always do. I'm a chatterbox. So, anyways, let's talk about this weekly vibes. Okay, so we have had a lot of shifts going on. It's just continuing. Every week it's like it's a powerful week. And I keep saying that because it is. It comes down to how you utilize the energy. So a lot of people are in fear mode right now. Try to let it go. Try to release it, you guys. Try to do that as best as you can. It's so easy to tap into that fear. As soon as you hear something, you could be like, oh my God, I didn't know that was going to happen. Or, oh my God, oh my God, like it's going to continue. So this week is a week for you to re-tap into your soul if you truly feel that you're getting pulled out of alignment into the world of fear. Whenever we're grounded, whenever we're in alignment within our soul, when we start hearing a lot of things that is going to freak you out, like you're like, oh my God, let's take that step back, shall we? Shall we do that? It's a week to reconnect with you, with your soul. Let's get back into alignment. We've had a huge shift going on for quite some time. How many of you have felt that? It's going to continue this week. We have that full moon coming up on June 3rd and 4th in Sagittarius, the romantic moon. Meow. You'll have to watch my video to watch it. You'll have to watch it to get all of that information that I talk about during this full moon. So it's going to be a romantic moon. Some of you might get engaged, you might be getting married. You might all of a sudden have a commitment from your person. You could meet your soulmate, your twin flame. You could just have a very, very romantic moon night. I'm just saying, have some fun. We have Venus energy in as well, which is going to help you open up your heart. Always open up your heart because this is a week for karmic endings as well. You're going to find that certain toxic relationships, whether it be family or friend or your partner, whoever, that's going to continue on ending this week. And also, like I'm saying, there's a lot of new beginnings with this full moon, with engagements, marriages, and all kinds of things like that. However, I'm not getting married. I'm not even dating anybody right now, for goodness sakes, right? So it's all about keeping your heart open always, staying in alignment with unconditional love, because this energy, like I'm talking about, it's going to end suddenly. We've had a lot of sudden endings. For those of you who've been watching my videos, you know how powerful that eclipse was, and you know what happened to you. Like huge endings, huge shocks, huge, like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that just happened. That's still going to be lingering on here, right? So you have to go and do what's best for you. And it's really important week as well to set some goals, because what goals that you're going to be setting this week here, you're going to start to see those coming forth in September, November. I mean, I got off track here with something I was working on for reasons. And I'm like, you know what, Jeni, you got to get back on track. Let's get back on track with this goal gear. Let's get this going, and so on and so on. And I'm like, yes. However, it's also time to slow down this week. We've been on the go, 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 go. We're rushing this or rushing that and healing this and healing that and doing this and doing that. This is going to be a week for you to slow down a lot more and reconnect within. Meditate. Go for a walk in nature. Do a workout because you're still going to be letting go. As I mentioned in my last video, I think it was the full moon vibes. Yes, it must have been. And also, too, it's still lingering, actually, when I think of it now. For those of you who have been betrayed, by family, friends, co-workers, relationships, you're still going to be letting go this week as well. Some of you have really let go. There's been a lot of tears shed. You're like, you know what? I can't be a part of this family anymore. I can't be a part of my partnership anymore. I can't belong to this job space, this career, anything like that. That wasn't connecting with you anymore. There's a lot of huge karmic clearings going on. There's a step system to do that. I could always help you through that. Of course, I'm a psychic clairvoyant medium. I do a lot of past life akashic records reading too, because it helps you come to terms with who you are, why you're born into the family, why you're dating certain people, and so on and so on and so on. So some of you might be finding you're going to be decluttering even more, even more, even more. Walking away this week from certain energies that you don't connect with. So you're going to find that the 28th, 29th of May, you might have a little bit more sensitivity in your pancreas and intestine and digestive system, because depending on where the energy is, our days can be kind of off. And you're like, why am I all of a sudden having a little, like stomach issues, let's say, or why is this shoulder sore, so on and so on. So you might even find on the 30th and 31st this week that you're going to have some little issues with your kidney and your bladder as well. And this goes on your pets. This affects your pets as well. So it's really important to really watch it. You might find that you could have some urinary issues, a bladder infection, even your dogs and such like that. You might find your skin might be a little bit more itchy and veins kind of pop out a little bit more, right? I mean, I have little veins showing, but I'm not getting that lasered. Oh my goodness sakes, no. I mean, it'd be nice if they weren't showing. However, it is what it is. Take me or leave me, whatever, accept yourself, love yourself conditionally. So we're moving into June. Can you guys believe that? Like you might find on June 1st and 2nd, your sleep could start to get a little bit off. Even this week, your sleep is going to be a little off. You're going to be like, why am I not sleeping? Why am I waking up at 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning? Like, what's up with that? I'm so exhausted. Boom. And then all of a sudden you're awake and you can't get back to sleep. There's a lot of ascension symptoms going on. There's a lot of solar energy in the air, which does affect you, really affects you. You have to drink a lot more water too. Really pay attention to what messages you're receiving when you're waking up in the middle of the night or in the morning, especially if it's a dream where you had a visitation from someone that has passed on, your loved ones, or some sort of message that you're like, wow, that was a really powerful message. It could be a message related to fear. You could start getting more messages, what's coming up in your future. Your intuition is going to be a lot stronger this week as well. So keep a journal, really start keeping a journal of what's going on. And you're going to find that your worth, your self-worth is going to come up more because we have Neptune energy. That energy can help you know your worth more. And it is connected with Venus as well. So unconditional love for you, always. I talked about that before. You have to love yourself first. You have to make sure you're doing okay and keep yourself grounded first before you can truly, truly help someone else. Because then if not, you bring in all of that energy and baggage. You can't run from your energy. You can't run from your baggage. You have to clear it. So you might find on June the 2nd, you're like, I've got more goals, Jenny. I've got more goals. Yay, right? Vision boards. You can have 100 million dreams down there. Don't worry about the how is that going to happen? How is it going to happen? Don't worry about that. And always book a reading with Jenny, right? But just write it down. Write it down because then once you start writing things down, the universe starts manifesting things for you. So be very, very specific of what you want to manifest. So it's going to bring in fears again. We've been working through our fears. That's going to continue on. How you utilize this energy is up to you, right? Whenever I get calls or messages about all these fears about this and that, I'm like, I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to hear about the world. I really don't. We all can see the world. We all can see what has been happening. And more truth is going to come out more. Even the US with the financial situation is going to be exposed even more. The medical field is going to get exposed more. So, it's very disturbing. So, this is why it's this week to relax, take some time for you, reconnect. This Taurus stellium energy is here till mid-June. Taurus energy will help you stay grounded. It'll also help you start building foundations as well. Building foundations takes time. That's why slow and steady wins the race. So if you're building a business, if you're working on your health, if you're working on like anything, literally anything, it's like I get certain people that start brand new relationships, and they're in the relationship for 2 weeks and they're like, why aren't we moving in with each other? And I'm like, what? 2 weeks? Or, Jenny, we've been dating for 6 weeks. We've that's my twin flame, my soulmate. And, we've talked about marriage and where's my ring? Like, what's going on? Really? Oh my gosh. What's the rush? It takes time getting to know someone. When you first meet someone, everybody puts on their best behavior, right? Just be yourself, for goodness sakes. It takes time really getting to know someone and building that connection with someone as well. We're going to hear more things coming out as I mentioned to you before, as it is, the full moon. We have, Jupiter expanding, as I call it, which is going to help you expand even more. You're going to find too that even around, like the full moon, for those of you who are working in the careers with law, with management, you're in education, you're going to find that things very well could be going very, very well for you. You could start to get that promotion there. You could start to really see what you've been working on really coming forth even more. So if it's a big case you're working on, or you've been really helping your students or whatever it is. However, for some of the other of us, there's delays with what you're doing. I've had people say, I've been working so hard and I really haven't seen results. Don't worry about it. Keep going on. Keep working on what you're working on. Keep clearing what you're clearing. It's all going to come into perfect alignment for you. Boom, 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 before you even know it. So you're going to start to feel that slowdown, especially more on the 31st of May. You could be like, wow, I'm feeling a little bit tired, a little bit more burnt out, things like that. I'm just so tired. Swimming, by the way, I just heard swimming for someone. For those swimmers out there, that is definitely what you should do. Getting in touch with your emotions. When you are swimming, when you're in your bath, when you're by the, like the ocean or the lake, that's a really, really good place to look at your emotions. Look at the water, see if it's calm, see if it's really kind of rocky, and you're going to know where your emotions are right then. So And keep in mindfulness with your pets as well, because some profits are going to be delayed a little bit more. Some people are going to freak out over that. Please don't. There's a lot of fear going on. Yes, there's changes and stuff like that, but because you're going to find that your intuition is going to be a lot more stronger as well. Even mediumship. For those of you, who channel people who've been passed on or pets and stuff, you might be finding that's getting a lot more stronger as well. You're going to find that there's going to be even some reunions again. People from your past are coming back this week, even more so around the full moon as well. So, justice, you're going to want to feel balanced. You're going to want to be like, you know what? I don't want to hear about the drama. I don't want to get involved with your stuff. I don't want to. No, I'm too tired to do this and that. Why is that? Because it's a week for you to reflect. It's a week for you to let go. It's a week for you to reconnect with your soul this week. Your soul. When you tune in to hear your soul speak, you're going to get those answers that you're wanting to hear. Being in silence, hearing your soul speak. I go into a lot of different trances and I get a lot of messages coming through. And some of them I'm like, wow, they're pretty profound. Really take a look at and reflect back on your month of May. What lessons did your soul show you? What endings did you do? May's powerful, like March, April, May was very powerful. And even this continues on. This energy really continues on till October. Very powerful energy from now until October as well. I've had people say, Jeni, but my ear is ringing. Like, maybe I should get it checked. Your right ear is your physical side and your left ear is your spiritual side. So we get downloads happening. Do you hear that ear ringing and stuff like that? Or you're like, wow, my ear is like, oh my goodness, they're itchy. Like, wow, pay attention to that. Really pay attention to that. Maybe your soul is saying, hey, let's move that body around, because whenever you're holding on to stress and stuff, you got to shake it off. Do a workout, but just really don't do extreme sports by this week as well. For those of you who do extreme sports, please be very, very careful. And if you can avoid surgeries around the full moon as well, please try to avoid that, because the energies isn't going to work with you as much. So make sure you're stretching more, stretching more very carefully, very gentle. And some of you might even start to smell different fragrances or be like, I want to plant some flowers. I mean, springtime, depending where you're at. I just, bought some flowers actually a couple of weeks ago and I put them on my balcony. I love flowers. So you don't wait for other people to buy you flowers, for goodness sakes. Buy yourself some damn flowers. If you want some flowers, treat yourself. Treat yourself. Right? You want something, don't wait for somebody to do it. Go out and smell the flowers. But you might even be drawn into more essential oils this week, like perfumes, natural scents, and stuff like that. Please be careful around the full moon as well. What you're eating, really you're going to be more sensitive, especially if you're eating like dairy or sweet, sugary foods or flour foods and meat. Just try to be very mindful. If you remember, that's what I'm saying, watch my full moon video. You can get a lot more information with that as well. So let's see what the energy of the spirit world has to say to us. I never use cards when I'm with someone because I'm a psychic clairvoyant medium. So but because we're doing the video here, we're doing it collectively. So let's see what messages that spirit has to say for us. So let's find out. Let's find out. So make sure that whenever you guys are using cards, knock them 3 times on wood because it clears your energy or whoever last used them as well. And even during the full moon as well, make sure you put your crystals outside on the ledge or on a window where the moon is coming down. And even your cards, it really rejuvenates it too. There's a couple of ways to do that. So whatever works for you. So let's ask spirit. We got a lot of high vibrations coming in this week too. It's a very high vibrational week, by the way. Let's ask the spirit world what's the energy from May 28th to June 3rd. You're going to be reflecting back about what lessons you learned. Wow. 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 So two cards fell out, just flew out like that. And these are very powerful cards, huge. And with the both of these together, oh my goodness sakes. So the first card here is divine magic. Extra magical energy surround your situation right now. Expect miracles. Look at that. And because there is a second card, these two both connect together. The second card is empowerment. I just got goosebumps. You're more powerful than you realize. It's safe for you to be powerful. You have to own your power by being you, being you. When you're being authentic and being you, that's your power. That's who you are. We all have gifts and talents. We're all gifted in our own way. If you're a doctor, if you're a scientist, if you go up in spaceships, if you work at Walmart, if you're a teacher, it doesn't matter. We all have our own journey. So when you're setting boundaries and know your worth, you're going to find it's going to be very, very powerful, because this is a week you're doing what? Reconnecting with your soul, right? This is when you're going to gain your empowerment and your power. So you're going to be finding that you're going to be doing a lot of reviewing as well from all your relationships, right? You're going to be getting over, like people that have really betrayed you and hurt you too. That's going to be lingering on a little bit. You might actually feel a little bit lonely and sad around the full moon because you've let toxic karmic relationships go as well, which is normal because healing is a process that takes time. Please be gentle on yourself. Show yourself some love and unconditional love. Look at yourself in the mirror and say, I love you. When was the last time you guys did that? Right? So let's ask Spirit, Almighty Spirit. Do you ever watch The Price is Right, where there's one of the games on the show? It's Almighty sound effects lady when somebody's wanting a car and Drew Carey makes them say, Almighty sound effects lady, do I have the first number right? Let's say, oh dear mighty universal spirit vibes, powerful universal spirit guides. What is your message for us collectively for May 28th, June 3rd? What is your message collectively for us, spirit? Let's bring it on. Let's talk about it. Very powerful. I was talking to a friend earlier, actually, before I was doing this video, and when I was talking to him, my TV turned on. Poof! And we were just talking about something, specifically about a friend of mine who had passed on, because I'm missing what I've unpacked, and I'm missing a very large statue. All my boxes are unpacked. It couldn't go missing. So I'm like, did my friend who had passed on steal or take my Shiva statue? Right? It's gone. It's gone. It's not just anywhere in my house, right? So I don't know what happened, but spirits can take things. I've seen it. I've seen it. So I've seen it. I got many stories on that. So it's like, Sutri Ram, if that was you taking my Shiva statue, because I felt that energy, please bring it back. Please bring it back. So anyways, I get off topic because I can ramble on. I just love talking to you guys. So anyways, oh my goodness sake. Spirit world, almighty spirit world. What is the energy and message for May 28th to June the 3rd? What's the message collectively? Wow. Oh, the perfect card, actually. Perfect card. So the energy that, or the card that fell out, same thing, it's energy. The card that fell out is enjoy new beginnings. Now, this week, especially with the new full moon, I was going to say new moon, but full moon brings always new beginnings. For every ending, there's a new beginning. For every birth, there's a rebirth, right? And like I'm saying, this romantic moon can bring in a soulmate. You could start a new relationship. You can get engaged. You could be getting married and so on and so on and so on, right? So it's a time to celebrate, socialize, and change. Ooh, and it actually, this is kind of cool. So look at that. It looks like a knight, right, on that horse there. The knight in white shining armor and kind of snow time. We don't have snow here, thank goodness, but that could change at any time. God forbid, let's just not do that. It can snow here anytime. Like I'm literally I'm in Alberta, Canada, and I mean, like we can get snow in August. We can get snow year round. It's we are not even talking about that because I'm not a snow person. So isn't that really interesting? The chivalrous knight. See that knight, white shining armor, new beginnings. Wow, we got that romantic moon. So for those of you who are dating somebody, or I'm just saying, yeah, it is what it is, right? I just don't settle. I just don't settle. I like to get to know somebody. I don't rush in. So that's just myself. So, anyways, back to the cards. Let's ask the animal kingdom. Assess the animal kingdom. May 28th to June 3rd from the animal kingdom. I'm so grateful I'm an animal communicator. It's one of my so sacred, sacred, sacred abilities. I don't take that lightly out of all the abilities I have, and I have many. The animal kingdom, I'm treasure treasure. It's very sacred. I get messages all the time. So, what is the message from the animal kingdom? What's the messages from the animal kingdom? Ooh, oh, the first thing I saw falling out of here, by the way, I saw the red, um, and I thought of romance right away. I mean, this is red. My favorite color is red. I'm of the red ray. Um, so I just love red, and the card is red. However, it has a little red fox there, and the red fox actually reminds me of Samantha, my niece who lives in the UK. So I don't know if you're going to watch this, Samantha. She probably won't. She's very busy. She's in university, graduating here soon. Very proud of her, love her dearly, and my family in the UK. So Red Fox here is all about strategy, creating a strategy, building a foundation, slow and steady wins the race. And by building a strategy, if you're overthinking the process, you're not going to get that clarity coming in. So, this is why this week you're going to find that you're going to want to slow down. You're going to want to rest. You're going to want to rejuvenate your soul, your body, your mind, your spirit. Sit back, whatever it is, whatever it is. If the weather's good, get outside, get grounded, put your feet, walk in Mother Earth. It's the best way, one of the best ways to get grounded. There's so many ways to do it, whatever works for you. But look how beautiful that card is by that red fox. Red fox can be a little sly too, by the way. It can be a trickster. So you know how I say that some of us could still be healing from feeling betrayed. It's really connected with family, like this energy of betrayal and such like that, you guys. How many of you have been dealing with and letting go and healing from family situations of being betrayed and rejected and abandoned and all of that, right? So that could still be going on this week, letting go and healing and such like that. So that's why some of you might be feeling a little bit down and somber and a little bit emotional too, because the full moon brings in emotions. Your emotions will get a lot higher during that time too. So, there's different crystals that you can use. I mean, like hematite will help you stay grounded. I mean, I wear hematite quite a bit actually, especially during the full moon and new moon time. Or if I'm kind of feeling a little off or something, I mean, I scan my crystals and then I'm like, you know what, I really feel like I want to wear this one today or whatever like that. So go by what you're pulled to, what you resonate with. Like, do you guys have a favorite crystal that you utilize and use? So let's ask the crystals, what is the best crystal I mean, go by what you resonate with and what gravitating towards you, by the way, of course. For May 28th, June 3rd, what's the crystal message for us collectively, May 3rd? Okay. Isn't that kind of interesting? So I actually have both of these on. So, because two cards fell out again, isn't that interesting? Jade, be the bigger person. I have Jade on here, right here. And I've been actually wearing it all week, by the way. Be the bigger person. So I've been healing as well from family issues and betrayals and rejection, abandonment and stuff like that myself too, right? So there's certain things that you can do to work on and such like that. So be the bigger person, absolutely. And it's really important to forgive. Don't walk away angry. Don't walk away um feeling and holding on to those emotions and anger and stuff like that. Really heal and let that go by forgiving. You don't have to say it to their face and such like that. You want to forgive them so you can move on. As long as you work it and do the work within, I can help you through that. Don't forget, you can easily book a reading with me. You're going to find that once you've cleared that energy within, you're cleared. Your karmic ties is cleared. So the other the other crystal here, and I'm sure I'm still wearing it. Actually, I am right here, by the way, right here, is carnelian. Feed your creativity. You're gonna feel creative this week. You know how I said you very well could be building your foundations even more and more and more. And your creativity, it's going to come out more and more and more. I say that all the time, but it's so true because you're setting goals. Because what you're working on now, start setting goals. You're going to start to see it coming forth, like I'm saying, September to November. It doesn't have to be a huge goal. It can be a little goal. You could say, you know what? I'm going to paint my wall right there. Or I'm going to lose 5 pounds, or like whatever it is, right? It's irrelevant. Some of you can take giant quantum leaps forward and say, I'm going to have this done by a certain date. That's really good. Create it. Whatever resonates with you, you'll see it adding up because as you're taking those little steps, you're going to find that when September, October comes, or September, November comes, you're going to be like, wow, I can actually see a difference with my project or with my health or with my business or with my relationship, like whatever it is, right? Like go with what resonates best for you guys. Okay. So if you'd like to build a foundation, make it happen. Write down what you want and be very specific. Get it on your vision boards. Don't worry about how. Start doing it. Do research, do homework, looking into things, and you'll be really surprised to see that happen. So make sure you subscribe to my channel, you guys. Hit the like button, make some comments, let me know what's going on with you, and I'll catch you all soon. All right. Namaste. Bye. Namaste, everyone. I'm Jeni Ji. I'm an international known clairvoyant psychic medium, past life akashic record, animal communicator, relationship coach, meditation teacher, and so on. I am here to tell you there is some exciting news. I'm revamping my YouTube channel. That's right. There's new content coming out weekly. I'm going to talk about the weekly cosmic vibes, what you're experiencing, and why, how to utilize that, and giving you the reasons behind it. We're going to talk about the new moon, the full moon, Mercury retrograde, and I'm going to give you those insights, how to manifest and make things happen for you at the right time. It's time, everyone. It's time to wake up this planet. Let's show some love and compassion. Let the fear go. Let the negativity go. Let's do this together and transcend your soul in quantum leaps. I'll be here. Where are you? Hit that red button at the corner there, subscribe to my channel, and let's make this happen. Let's do this now. Namaste.